often get asked, like, can you use Frownies with other skincare? That's another little hindrance. You know, people go, oh, well, then I can't do all my other skincare because I've got to do my Frownies. Like, so what are the rules with doing skincare and Frownies?
Yes, absolutely. You need to be doing your skincare. That's actually another difference with frownies and other things people put on their faces is that they are compatible with skincare. And in fact, we want you to do your skincare because your skin needs those ingredients. That's going to be beneficial. So the skincare takes care of the skin, and the frownies are taking care of the facial muscles. So you need both. So absolutely do skincare. The one thing that makes could make it tricky for people is if you use a facial oil. Now, I'm going to disclaimer it though. So, generally speaking, as a simple rule, we tell people apply your skincare, give it a little time, let it absorb, and then apply your frownies. Usually, facial oils kind of leave like a thicker sort of film on the surface of your skin. And so, if you think about trying to apply a sticker, if you had just put lotion on, it doesn't stick because it's all greasy. So, we say maybe skip the facial oil. But the reality is, I've also actually lately been doing my facial oil too. And it kind of depends. There are people who love castor oil. Actually, if you put castor oil on and then you put your frownies on top, they stick great. You do not even
Okay.
have to wait. For whatever reason, I think it's because castor oil is not oily, it's sticky, right? So castor oil, I don't personally do it, but I have a lot of customers who just love their castor oil. So they do that and they put their frownies and it sticks great. So that's great. I use the Frownies Skin Serum, which is a facial oil. It's a blend of like sea buckthorn oil and some things like that. What I usually do is I go ahead and put my facial oil on and I do some sort of a little bit of a face massage. And by doing that, I'm kind of like rubbing it in, kind of rubbing some off. And like I even actually have a good amount of oil on my forehead right now. And I thought I might even, if we do a demo, I might just go ahead and not wipe it off and put it on and we can kind of show it. Because I do have some tips for how to get it to stick, even if you've got like kind of a layer of oil. But what I usually will do either way, though, is I'll kind of just be sure I've really rubbed it in good, which you want to do some face massage before you put your frownies on anyway. It helps with the blood circulation and everything, which is beneficial. So just kind of like really rub it in. And if you feel like, oh, I think I've got too much, just get like a cloth or something and just kind of, wipe the extra excess from your forehead and then go in with your frownies. And then after I get my frownies on, I will often get more oil and do a heavier layer around my eyes and, anywhere else that I don't have the patches. So you totally want to be doing your skincare with your frownies. That's the point. They're made to go well with skincare. And that's really where you're going to get the best results.
Perfect. That's something new that I've learned because, I've always kind of avoided some oil on that area. Like I'll oil cleanse and remove, and then I'll do my
Yeah.
serums, fine. So like moisturizers and other oils, I can do that. I have always skipped to that area and just
I
done all the
always
rest.
do. Yes, I
Yeah.
always do. And I definitely, I'll tell you some tips for if you
Okay.
go, because sometimes I do it, I'm like, oh no, I've got too much oil on.